Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Inspire and Ignite, a mini podcast series in which we get to sit with our incredible leaders who shape our projects. And I'm your host, Gopika Satish, and today we have with us Mr. Rohit Adagiri, General Manager of the Process Excellence team.
This is the 10th year for me with Cognizant. We've automated 90% of the process, by the way. I had the chance to work with multiple different leaders. But don't wait for someone to come and tell you to do it. I would not be occupied enough to do more improvement projects. I need more work. What's going to happen when AI comes in? Am I going to lose my job? Success of the project was the reason for the failure. Don't react, just respond.
This is an incredible opportunity to hear firsthand the experiences that he has to share and the vision that drives the work that he does. Welcome, Rohit. Thank you so much for joining us today and finding the time to sit with us.
Thanks, Gopika. Thanks for inviting. It's exciting to be here.
It's an absolute pleasure. So we'll get into it. For our team members who do not know much about you, would you like to give a little, a little bit about your journey and your experience and the responsibilities that fit into the overall mission that you do here?
So I lead process excellence, which involves leading continuous improvement across all different spheres of business, which we lead with. Typically, I lead the entire GIA portfolio within Google and YouTube. And then there is another called People Ops, and then there is another called Research Ops, and multiple others. But end of day, leading the entire process excellence piece of it now. My journey has been about 19 years to date. I've been with not many companies. I've just been with 3. Right. Started my journey with Genpact, then moved to IBM, and in the last decade with Cognizant. So this is the 10th year for me with Cognizant. So it's been a huge, incredible journey for me, luckily. And I've had a lot of good fortune to work with excellent leaders from whom I've learned, and that's where I am today because of all the learnings I've had from them.
Thank you so much for that. We'll jump into the next question. Every leader has a philosophy, right, that guides them. What's the core leadership philosophy that you live by, and how do you put that into practice when working with your own teams?
So one thing I think we can be pretty confident when you are coming to leadership, mid-leadership, so senior leadership positions, is you can be pretty sure that the team under you can work by themselves. What you need to do is provide the direction and clarity to them that what they are working towards, which is what you have a view of. And if you are able to concentrate and give that to the entire team, that what is the objective that everybody is working for, then your objective outcomes are very confident and very successful.
Very insightful. Next question. So no journey is without setbacks. Could you share a professional mistake or failure you've experienced, and more importantly, what crucial lesson you learned from it that still influences your decisions today?
Coincidentally, that happened in Cognizant itself, and it happened in the initial couple of years that I joined in. So there was one huge project that we took and the objective of the project was to automate majority of the work that the team was doing. Now this is in hiring, identifying candidates to hire for Google. Right? Now what happened here was the automation that we built in. Idea was to have some cost cutting, so we built the automation on spreadsheets. Now the automation was so good that everybody started using it to a huge extent. So the traffic was so high that your spreadsheets can't handle that. So the success of the project was the reason for the failure. So the good part that we've done is we've identified that this was failing, and we immediately went back to the stakeholders, including the customers, saying, hey, we are failing this project delivery because of these issues. Now what do we have to do? And that's where the important part. Failures happen, but what you do after your failures is what we've done then successfully. Is we went back with a solution on what is the best solution to move forward from here. We moved the entire infrastructure to a completely tech-driven infrastructure into a Google Cloud environment. Took a couple of months to rebuild the entire structure, and once we deployed it, as of today, the same workflow gives you an output of 10x what they used to do, and still the same headcount. So the most common problem is, hey, if you automate the entire process, we've automated 90% of the process, by the way. But does it mean that you would reduce your headcount as much? In this case, we can clearly tell you no. We still have the same headcount, but we are delivering 10x the volume what's needed. So that tells you the success story in the failure that we've had.
What a story. So the work that we currently do is constantly evolving. And what is one future trend or innovation in our field that you're most excited about, and how do you think it will impact our work?
So one of the biggest challenge and the most exciting opportunity for everybody today is both Gen AI and agentic AI solutions. Now, identifying and implementing them are the most difficult to easy in different senses. For anybody to continue work in an industry like us, you have to start learning them, you have to start adapting to these technologies. If you alienate them, you are not going to survive in the future. So make sure you adapt and learn these things and then start trying to implement them in your actual day-to-day activities.
Looking back at your career, what's a moment or accomplishment that you're most proud of?
There are quite a few. I would give a snippet of each of them, right? So right in the first year that I worked, I started with my journey as a customer service agent. Right? This was back in 2006. Right? So the first 1 year itself after I worked, there was an opportunity that opened up within the same business to move into a core role. It was a procurement and inventory planning, forecasting and inventory planning, a combination of all of these roles. And I said yes to it at the time itself, not fully knowing what it was. I'm happy I said yes to that at the time, because the result of it is I had the chance to work with multiple different leaders because I moved into that role. And from there on, I moved into a core role of process excellence and doing projects from there. So I'm happy that I said yes at that time without even knowing whether I was going to go in this path. That was then. Other parts, coming to recent ones, when I joined Cognizant, I initially was aligned to one of the projects in Bangalore, and in the first 3 months itself, I had identified enough opportunities and already started working on it. Now, what I identified was, hey, you know what? I would finish these projects in the next 6 months, 1 year. I would not be occupied enough to do more improvement projects. I need more work. So then I told my leader, hey, I need more work. This workflow itself is not enough for me. I need more. That's when I got moved into Google as well. And I'm glad I did that, because since then it's been a decade I've been with Google in Cognizant, right? And it's been an absolute amazing journey. So that was one of the key moments. I'd say I said it, the leader understood that, and he gave me some key portfolios, and that was great.
As a leader, you worked with many different teams. What do you believe are the hallmarks of a truly high-performing team? And what's one thing you're excited to see teams accomplish in the coming months?
So one thing very important is, don't wait for someone to come and tell you to do it. Go do it. Don't wait for opportunities to come knock your door. No, you have to go start working on it. Automatically opportunities will start coming. If you don't do this, you will always be a backbencher. So you have an opportunity, you see it, go ahead and start doing it. There is some actions to be done. Don't wait for it. Go ahead and do it.
Right, upskilling. All right, so we are done with the first session of our podcast.